It's Week 2 of the National Football League, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Bears and the Texans on Sunday night.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his second season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
And he's coming off of a truly remarkable rookie season where he quieted a lot of his doubters in a most emphatic fashion. Remember, going into the draft, many thought he was the number 2 quarterback coming out of college. He proved quickly he was a top quarterback going into the NFL. One of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in recent memory. And what's scary about it, he's not even close to reaching his ceiling.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Stroud and company going for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Mixon with a first down carry. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers for Mixon last week, 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Inside handoff to Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Bears defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Mixing up the middle. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive...
And this time he is in. Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, it's Williams. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. (6-0) our score after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw, Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. That complete. Hits Tyler Scott with it. Fights through, and now a crease. Still going. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyler Scott, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Stroud off the play fake. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. A handoff to Mixon. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Third down and 6. Stroud. That is caught. Still going. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here goes Stroud again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Mixon is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Mixon again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They run for it with Mixon. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
From the gun, here's Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Adunze. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Throwing again here, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Stroud sets up the play action. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Second and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Again, it's Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw is Williams. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To the air, Williams. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing is Williams. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here's Williams. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. The final shot before break. Williams. And Allen's got it. And he is going to have the Bears first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston. And it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, Time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in the victory. And finally on Monday Night Football, it's the Falcons and Eagles from Philly at 8:15 Eastern Time. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He was running with a purpose as he found the end zone 3 times in that first half. And that opposing defense had better come up with a scheme for slowing him down. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. These 2 clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
To throw, it's Williams. He's got Allen. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will pin them back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nico Collins, 64 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
But D'Amico Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here. They'll let Mixon try to run it in.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Herbert now on the option, and he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. To throw, Williams. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A lot of great quarterbacks from USC. Here's another one. The rookie's got a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Back to throw again. His throw incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On third down, Herbert. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Khalil Herbert, a 23-yard run. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Tyreek Stevenson in on the stop. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. Muscles him off. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth so far. 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now Joe Mixon. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 69 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Mixon. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. Let's go.
mixing up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are on their way to a 2-0 start. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Back to throw. Williams working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To the air once more. Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Rome Odunze with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Santos with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
To a knee goes Stroud, and that is going to be all she wrote. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for the Texans, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.